You know, we made a hell of a team back there.
Yeah.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're discussing who between Sam and Dean Winchester counts as Supernatural's main protagonist. Since this takes a deep dive into the story, watch out for some wayward spoilers.
At least we go down together.
What's a Sundance?
Go out swinging.
Number 5. Sam. He's relatable.
How does it feel to be the golden boy of your family?
Nah, they don't know.
No, I would be gloating. Why not?
Because we're not exactly the Bradys.
Among the brothers, Sam has the most grounded appeal. He starts out as a college student shooting for a law career, dreams of having a family one day, and can hold a conversation with the average person. These are all ingredients of, as his brother Dean calls it, an apple pie life.
So what are you gonna do? You just gonna live some normal apple pie life?
Because of these qualities, Sam is the audience surrogate between the two. With just Dean's point of view, we wouldn't have had that external perspective needed to ease into the series. Other fantasy franchises like Harry Potter and The Vampire Diaries similarly feature leads who begin their journeys as outsiders. Dean might be the cool character that most look up to, but Sam is the person whose shoes we initially can see ourselves standing in.
That's a trophy moment for you?
Dean, I was 11 years old. This was my first real Thanksgiving.
What are you talking about? We had Thanksgiving every year.
We had a bucket of extra crispy and Dad passed out on the couch.
Number 5. Dean. His Impala is the show's framing device.
There's my girl.
This iconic car is prominently featured in the series as Sam and Dean's main mode of transport. But far from being just a vehicle, the Impala is part of the show's core identity. The brothers have countless memories revolving around it, essentially coming of age on the road.
The Legos that Dean shoved into the vents, to this day, heat comes on, they can hear him rattle. These are the things that make the car theirs. Really theirs.
There's even an episode from the car's perspective that portrays the protagonists' lives while on one of their road trips. Although Sam uses it when Dean isn't around, the Impala really is the older Winchester's baby. Let's not forget, it was Dean who got John to buy the Impala in the first place, with some time travel shenanigans.
Come on, this is a car of a lifetime. Trust me, this thing's still gonna be badass when it's 40.
The Impala pretty much is supernatural, and since Dean and Baby are synonymous with each other, it makes Dean the one steering the show. Like he says,
House rules, Sammy. Driver picks the music. Shotgun shuts his cake hole.
Number 4. Sam. His love life has greater importance.
What would I do without you?
Crash and burn.
None of the events in Supernatural would have happened if Sam hadn't lost his girlfriend, Jessica. He later falls for the demon Ruby, who manipulates him into unknowingly freeing Lucifer and starting the apocalypse. In season 8, his romance with Amelia creates a wedge between Sam and Dean. In the final season, Sam and Eileen's relationship gives him hope for a normal life once again.
I don't know what's real anymore.
The importance given to Sam's romances adds a certain depth that his brother lacks. The younger Winchester siblings' relationships are an essential part of his character and the series, adding a human element that balances the show's fantasy outline.
I know that was real.
Dean's love life in earlier seasons is fleeting at best, and by the end, the show pretty much phases it out. Number 4. Dean. Later seasons revolve around him. After receiving the mark of Cain, Dean becomes the de facto lead of Supernatural. Whether it's being corrupted by the mark, his connection with Amara, or being possessed by alternate Michael, Dean is front and center in later storylines.
Yeah.
Although Sam is never irrelevant, he mainly acts as a supporting figure in Dean's arcs. Compared to earlier seasons, Sam rarely has direct involvement in most conflicts, which could technically continue without him.
I'm furious. To know that all my life I've been nothing but a hamster in a wheel, stuck in a story. And you know whose fault that is? Chuck's. And it ain't just me. We're all trapped.
On the other hand, Dean's actions influence the plot, and his decisions lead to the next season's story. Their dynamic becomes similar to hero sidekick, as Sam follows Dean's plans even if he doesn't agree with him.
The only way. Our one shot, our last chance. You ever get tired of saying stuff like that?
We don't have to like it, all right? But you and me, we gotta get it done.
Number 3. Sam. He's the chosen one. Supernatural was initially conceived by Eric Kripke as a series with a 5-season arc. As fans know, the original storyline revolves around the apocalypse, and who's Lucifer's handpicked meat suit? That would be our very own Sammy.
You're the one, Sam.
You're my vessel. My true vessel.
While the Devil's endgame is revealed much later, Sam's role is cemented in the first episode when the demon Azazel chooses Sam to act as Lucifer's vessel. It's long-term storytelling at its finest, as Sam and Dean's adventures circle around his fate as the Chosen One.
I don't need soldiers. I need soldier. I just need the one.
While Dean's role as the Michael Sword is revealed later, it ultimately isn't as important since Michael simply turns to younger half-brother Adam instead.
Adam isn't home right now.
Well, then you're next on my list, Buttercup, and right now I need 5 minutes with him.
You little maggot. You are no longer a part of this story!
Original fans of Supernatural were basically invested in Sam's story, at least until the season 5 finale. Number 3. Dean. He's closer to the supporting characters. What do characters like Castiel, Benny, Charlie and Bobby have in common? They all prefer Dean to Sam. Despite being a father figure for both, Bobby even specifically mentions Dean as his favourite.
I never told anyone that. Why am I telling you? Maybe because you're my favorite.
The show might present him as a lone wolf, but Dean seems to have a more profound bond with the supporting characters. Among the two brothers, characters usually befriend Dean first before meeting Sam.
So what, you like him better or something?
Dean and I do share a more profound bond.
He's the person people open up to and feel comfortable being around. He may be rough around the edges, but Dean still provides the kind of support that makes it easy to be vulnerable around him.
Out there in the real world, I'm just hacking out code and chugging coffee all day long.
Now, wait a second. If it wasn't for you, we would have never been able to take down Dick Roman. Out there, in the real world, you are a hero.
Most main protagonists bring the rest of the cast together. In Supernatural's case, that role easily belongs to Dean. Number 2. Sam. The show follows his entire life. As far as exploring every layer of a character goes, fans have seen Sam through it all. When Supernatural begins, Sam is a newborn. When it ends, we witness his final moments as an elderly man. The show concludes upon his arrival at heaven, bookending his story from start to finish. In between, we also catch several glimpses of him as a teen and young adult, leaving no stone unturned about his life.
Do you want to go in the family business, Sam?
No one's ever asked me that before.
Well?
More than anything, no.
Since Dean doesn't show up in the season 14 premiere, Sam is the only character to appear in every episode of the series. While his older brother passes away at a younger age, Sam continues the Winchester bloodline into the next generation. From this context, Supernatural can be considered a long-running story about Sam's hero's journey.
It's okay.
You can go now.
Number 2. Dean. He's killed the most villains.
Do you know who I am? After I deliver you to Michael?
Expendable.
Michael's not gonna kill me.
Maybe not. But I am.
Each season of Supernatural has a big, bad, and sometimes more than one, as well as secondary villains. The brothers work together to beat them, but Dean is more often than not the designated villain killer. His list of slayings begins with the Winchesters' arch nemesis, Azazel.
That was for our mom. You son of a bitch.
Following seasons see Dean, or Dean as Michael's vessel, take down threats like Ruby, Zachariah, Eve, Dick Roman, Abaddon, Lucifer, and even Death himself.
Fantastic. I think I just killed Death.
Sam does have a few kills like Lilith and Alistair to his name, but these don't carry the same impact compared to Dean. The Elder Winchester has also wielded fabled weapons like the First Blade, the Archangel Blade, and Death's Scythe. As the fated Michael Sword, Dean has lived up to titles like Righteous Man and the Soldier of Heaven. He might not see himself as a hero, but Dean certainly fits the description in more ways than one.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Sam. He was the original lead character. At the onset, Sam is positioned as the face of the show. Jared Padalecki also receives top billing, a spot usually reserved for the lead star.
We got work to do.
The mystery behind Sam's powers and his connection to Azazel is the original series outline. Sam's personal arc is about moving on from Jessica's death and reconciling with his father.
We're just different. What? We're not different. Not anymore.
Jensen Ackles deserves credit for making Dean stand out, but his character's initial role isn't clearly defined. Since he serves as Sam's window into the supernatural world, Dean's story is hooked to his brothers.
All right, so tell me again, what are we still doing here?
I don't know. I still have a bad feeling.
Why?
There's no doubt that the duo's chemistry is the key to the show's success. However, the first season is firmly tipped in Sam's favor. Number 1. Dean. His love for Sam is the driving force of the show.
It's the one thing in the whole world that I can always count on. It's the only thing I've ever known that was true.
The main theme of Supernatural is family. They might face monsters and beings of primordial creation, but the brothers' bond makes the show what it is. And while Sam definitely loves his brother, the reasons for Dean's existence is to look after Sammy. From selling his soul to reaching the deepest depths of hell, Dean's love for Sam knows no bounds.
I had to. I had to look out for you. That's my job.
Supernatural's thematic qualities would never have reached the heights it did without Dean's role as his brother's protector. This aspect ties together every arc of the series, from the premiere to the finale. The show knows this as well, as Dean's life ends with one last emotional goodbye with Sam, ushering in the end of Supernatural.
I was scared. Because when it all came down to it, it was always you and me. It's always been you and me.
Which Winchester brother is your hero? Let us know in the comments.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.